Hey, heartburn sufferers, are you tired of temporary fixes? Doing the medication route and it's just not getting better. You can't come off that medication. You have to stay on that medication. It's really never a temporary fix. It's just a constant Band-Aid. Look, there are several things that can cause temporary heartburn, which we know, and if you go back into my previous videos, I talk about this a lot, whether it's foods that trigger heartburn or why you get heartburn after eating. Those videos talk about the things that can cause temporary heartburn, and generally, if you avoid those foods, you do great. And there is no heartburn. But the reason that you're temporarily getting these fixes from your PPI medication or even just over-the-counter things like Rolaids, Tums, the reason that your problem is still going on is because you haven't gone to the root cause, okay? Today on this video, we want to talk about what's actually causing these symptoms. Why are you still getting the heartburn, okay? And the biggest reason is, and it is a bug that you have to kill off, is known as Helicobacter pylori, or better known as H. pylori. It is a bacteria. A bacteria just like strep or staph. We've heard of some of these before. This is just like that. This bacteria likes acidic conditions where it's very acidic. Therefore, it likes being in your stomach. It can also make its way up into your throat and into your saliva and in your mouth, which is why it's easy to pass via sharing food, or if you're kissing someone or sharing a beverage together, you can pass that from your saliva to the next person. And so H. pylori is fairly predominant in our society, but our immune system should be able to keep that in check. Oftentimes, though, in our lives, we get stressed out, or we have a very bad diet, or we drink too much alcohol, or we eat too much sugar, or drink too much sugar. Does this start to sound familiar? If that's the case, your Helicobacter pylori can start to grow. And instead of being just a little bit hanging out in the stomach and being kept in check, it starts to create a wildfire. It starts to grow in the stomach. And then what happens is Helicobacter pylori decreases your body's ability in the stomach to digest. It reduces your stomach acids. So now what happens? You go to eat, food gets into your stomach, you cannot properly digest it, so the food sits there and it starts to turn over and your stomach starts to squeeze it and manipulate it, and your body tries to do everything it can to digest it because you're not producing enough acids, and this leads to a gas buildup and pressure that builds in the stomach, pushing up into and beyond this sphincter that keeps the food down. Once that happens, whether it's gas, air, or even food particles and acid that pushes up into that area, now you get the heartburn, the acid reflux, the burning, the mucus, the needing to clear your throat, the overall nausea you might get after eating. All of these things are tied in with this Helicobacter pylori, and guess what? Your doctors are missing it. Typically, if a doctor even considers H. pylori, they're going to put you through a breath test. A breath test is where you are basically breathing in and out and trying to pull gases up from the stomach into this device that they can measure. Here's the problem with that. Helicobacter pylori burrows its way, it's got a little spiral tail, it burrows its way down into the stomach. Sometimes it's active and comes out, and it's really more active in the stomach, like center of it, the belly of the stomach, but oftentimes, and more often than not, it's burrowed its way down into the stomach wall, affecting your stomach acids, where those cells are then unable to release those acids, and The bacteria is in the stomach wall. It's not producing gas. It's not releasing the H. pylori type gases that test is going to read. It's going to be able to analyze. So the doctor looks at the results and says, you don't have H. pylori. You get more false negatives with that test than you do true positives. It's an inaccurate test. If you get a positive on that test, you most certainly do have H. pylori, but you can oftentimes more than not be told you don't have it, and you do. So, what we like to do to test this is run a stool test. So our functional medicine approach is different from traditional medicine. H. pylori, if they test for it, they may not find it. No matter what, they're already going to put you on some sort of over-the-counter Pepcid. Maybe they give you a PPI like omeprazole or pantoprazole. There's different versions of that, and all they're doing is telling the stomach to release even less acids. So what you do is you let the Helicobacter pylori continue to thrive, continue to cause problems. You just don't get the symptoms from it so long as you're on the PPI. The PPI takes all the stomach acids and completely eliminates them. So your food still sits in there, it still rots, it still causes problems down into the lower intestines, but you just don't get the heartburn from it. And when you come off the PPI, right away, there's your temporary fix that's gone away, and boom, you're back to heartburn. You got to kill this off. So we test with stool. We want to see the H. pylori that you're pushing down into your intestines and out through your stool. Does it show up? It's a DNA test. Just like a CSI show, you're going to a scene of the crime to measure DNA. The stool that comes through you is the scene of the crime. It has the DNA of the H. pylori in there if you have it. And if you do, we can see it. And if we see it, we're going to kill it. Okay? So that's what we do in our office. If you have heartburn, take advantage of this offer. What we do is we like to set up a call with you, totally free. Gives you the opportunity to let us know what's going on with you. We have questions for you as far as exactly what's happening. We want to know if you're going to be a good fit for our office. You're going to want to know how we handle things in our office. This is a free call. All you have to do is schedule it. There's a link at the bottom of this video. Get signed up. Take advantage, because here's an opportunity for traditional medicines, inadequacies, to be fixed by functional medicine strengths, and that is better testing. So call that number. You'll also find the description to the link in the description to this video. You'll see the link for that call. Get signed up. Let's figure out if this is what's going on with you, and if it is, this will change your life, and the temporary fixes you've been using, you will no longer need, because you will permanently fix this problem. Look forward to talking to you. Oh, and one more thing. PS, so to speak. If you live out of state, we have a lot of patients who come from other states. We're in the southeastern part of the country, but you might be in the middle of the country or up the coast or even California. If you are worried about the length or the distance, we can mail you the tests. We have a lot of patients from out of state. In fact, most of our patients seem to come from out of the area. So just be aware, we can mail you the tests. We can still help you with virtual appointments. We do that a lot with our patients. So just be aware of that. Take advantage today.